Hey guys, welcome back. Part 2 of the 1980 XS1100 cafe build, and a little bit more progress. So just some things I want to point out. I stripped more off the bike. Tank is off, obviously. One of the big things that I needed to address is the previous owner. Let me see if I can get out of this. There we go. This was the key cylinder here. The previous owner lost the key, so he actually just kind of broke the key cylinder apart and would hotwire it whenever he wanted to start it up. So yeah, obviously that's not going to fly, but luckily Amazon has the key cylinder here. One thing I did learn is the difference between a 79 and an 80 is the 80 actually came with hazard lights. So there's actually a 4-wire system that's for the 80, whereas just a 3-wire system for the 79. So anyway, just got to splice that in. This comes with the appropriate wires, but not the appropriate plug. So the one that it came with was a 3+1. And the old one was not designed for that. So I just have to splice those in. So that's taken care of. I think I got this for like 30 bucks. I have to say, I love the embedded fuel sensor in here, which a fuel sensor on a bike in this day and age, or in that day and age rather, 44 years ago, that was something. So hopefully that still works. We'll test that out. I've had a thorough look through like the electronics and everything like that. Everything looks pretty solid. It looks to all be there. As I said, this bike had a fairing when I got it, so it's a lot of this is kind of, obviously the headlight's not there, and a lot of this is kind of like so, but it all seems to be complete. One of the things I went ahead and did was I installed the new carb necks. So there's a new gasket back here, plus new carb necks, plus the new band clamps like that. So as soon as the carbs are done, I can get that going. And then, as I said, the carburetors here, like so, still soaking. I need to just kind of give them another once over on this end. I cannot get the tops of the carbs off very easily because, as I said, they were painted, and so the paint kind of almost worked as a layer of glue, so I'm just having the hardest time not stripping those screws. But we'll get it done, and then we'll go through the whole carbs and everything like this, and then reinstall them. They look pretty clean. There was a little bit of like seizing inside here like this, but I actually was able to hit it with some PB Blast and clear it out, so all of them move very freely. I can... There we go. See, all 4 are actually in pretty good shape. So anyway, they seem to be in excellent shape for carbs. The thing I want to talk about today mostly is going to be the tail end. So if you look at the line of the bike, it actually is an excellent cafe line. So for example, you can see the one on the Triumph I'm working on here too, right? So a fairly shallow angle where the tank is, and then a really flat spine. And that's what we're looking for, obviously. And this is a long bike, actually. This bike is really quite long. You can see it, so about as... Anyway, it's a long bike. But what I'm going to do, so this plastic liner, this is the rear wheel liner, that's going to come out. What I intend to do is take all of the fuses, and I've already removed, there was a big bulky battery box right here. I'll come around to this side. What I intend to do is use one of those cylinder style electronics holders and integrate that here. So all of this, including this ignition unit, can go underneath there, so we no longer have a need for this. When it comes to the tail, what I want to do is this support structure here is actually bolted on. You can see the 2 bolts here. So I'm going to take that off, and then I will probably cut the rear end roughly here, like so, and then use a hoop to close it off. That'll provide some more rigidity for the frame, because obviously if I remove this structure here, the rear end of the frame won't be as rigid. So it'll improve the rigidity. I'll weld it in roughly here-ish. I'll do some proper measurements, obviously, but weld it in here. And the hoop is actually not a flat hoop. It actually has a slight pitch to it. So the tail end kind of comes up, and it has integrated tail light and turn signal in the bar, in the hoop itself, which I think is going to look uber clean. I'm really excited about that. And the wiring is internally wired. So it'll all be hidden and just provide a really clean back end of the bike. And then there's not going to be like turn signals and stuff sticking out everywhere. It's just going to smooth the back end out like crazy. Actually, in the state of Texas, where I am, you don't have to have rear turn signals, which is a little stupid, but here we are. All right. But anyway, this will have them integrated into the actual tail itself, which I think will look uber legit. Today, I was actually going to take the bike out and power wash it, because if you can tell, this green is actually not paint. This is actually from when it was sitting outside and gathering moss. It sat in the woods for a couple of months. So I was going to power wash the whole thing and maybe hopefully get some of this blue paint off with the high pressure end of it, but it's raining, so can't do that. In the next video, hopefully before I show you anything else, it'll be clean again. I really want to get this ugly muffler off because it's humongous and heavy and really badly rusted. But I don't want to do anything substantial to the engine or anything like that until I get the bike running again. I want to get the bike to a good baseline of running, and then from there I can start to do things like replace the exhausts. I found a good 4-into-1. I think Delkevic is the name, or Delkevic. And I think it's about $400, but they sound gorgeous. So, oh, here comes our dog. Yes, I see you, baby. Good girl. And I want to run that. And actually, I think I'm going to mount some little accessory lights down here. So we'll have the main headlight, but like kind of fog style lamps. I'm going to mount these on the bars because, as I said, I'm going to keep these highway bars because they are structural support for the engine itself. So I'm going to take them off, repaint them and everything, and then mount some secondary lights down here. And then I also took off, there was an additional piece you might have seen here, a large section of metal, or steel rather. Here it is on the other bike. This was what actually mounted the fairing previously. So I pulled that off. It's actually a really substantially heavy piece. So I don't know why I saved it. I'm gonna pitch it. I don't even know why I have it. But anyway, ordering little parts here and there, making slow progress, but progress. And as I said, in the next one, we'll probably go ahead and start some work on the back end. The rear hoop is actually supposed to come in tomorrow. So we'll go and test fit that, do some measurements, probably do a little bit of cutting, start stripping this out, and yeah, making progress. Looking forward to this bike coming together better. And as I said, the first fire up is going to happen hopefully soon. And yeah, stoked about that. But hey, thanks for you guys watching this. I got a good comment on the last one with regard to my carb question. So any help you can offer as we move this build, I will gratefully appreciate and accept. So yeah, keep following us, like and subscribe. Have a good day.